Okay, it's Amy. I'm back. We're down here in the Paper Life studio, and it's spring. It's Thursday, and it's really springy outside. And my house, I've kind of been cleaning and redoing some stuff, so I'm in the spring spirit. So I wanted to do, today's like one of those days where I had the inspiration. I saw this platter that I had gotten at Walmart. I think I might have got it last fall, but you can find big platters like this all over in the discount stores. I've even seen them in the dollar stores. And even better, you can find these platters like this garage sailing, or you can find them at junk stores, because you know I live at the junk store. Antique, whatever. So anyway, I bought it, and it's got a little bit of a label on it, but it's residue left on it. So I want to show you some products that I'm going to use, but I just want to give you a cute little quick idea. This is going to become a message board, and I want to show you how I do that. So first of all, I'm going to use Undo. And if you haven't heard of or used this stuff, it is wonderful. I love my Undo. I use it all the time, and it's safe in like your old sticky picture albums to lift them off. It's amazing stuff. But we're going to use it to de-stick this gummy. I mean, you guys have this all the time, I'm sure, too. There goes my cap. Where sticky residues left on things that you buy and you want to get rid of them. And the Undo is just great because it just undoes the sticky and allows you to scrape that off. So like what was here before was the label of the product, and you know, impatient Amy, I just ripped it off and left all the sticky behind. Don't ask, that's just how it goes in my world. Little patience. My husband will laugh when he hears this, but anyway, so now I have to go back in with the Undo, which I would have had to have done this anyway, even if the label was still on here, but I am going to go through, and you can see there's a little scraper that is attached right to the lid of your Undo. I mean, this stuff is great. I think the Undo, something happened with it. It went MIA for a year or two. Like, I used to be able to find it and use it. I don't know what the backstory is on all that. And then you couldn't find it anywhere. And I mean, and then all of a sudden now it's back. I'm finding it everywhere. I think I got this at Michael's. So grab you a bottle of this. I can't remember for the life of me what it cost, but it wasn't that much. And it lasts a long time. I mean, I've had this for a long time and it's barely any gone. So this is something to look for if you're wanting to get sticky residue off of anything, not just old scrapbook photos, which is kind of marketed to, but because it is acid free and photo safe, but also to, you know, get something like that off. I mean, it completely got that entire residue off of that sticker. So that's just a little product plug. No money from them, of course, but you know, I wanted to show you that little product plug of something that I do use a lot and want to make sure you guys know about. So next, okay, I've done this before. We're going to turn this into a chalkboard. We've got the chalkboard paint. As soon as I locate where I just sat it down, you should see my desk. It's a mess. Here it is. I just got the Folk Art chalkboard paint brush on paint. Get that mixed up good there. And I've done this before where I've tried to do painter's tape to, let me wipe that down a little bit. I've got little pieces of something or other all over this. But little pieces of painter tape to outline the circle so that, you know, I didn't get the paint. And it works fine, but I can't get that rounded, true rounded, because painter's tape is straight. So I'm going to try something different. Brand new, crazy idea. We're going to try it here live on the video. And I am going to outline this. Get this. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter because I won't put the video up. But if it does, I'm going to, you know, feel like a genius. I am going to take my glue sticks and my hot glue gun, and I am just going to outline in hot glue around the edge of where I want that chalkboard paint to stay. So, I think we're warmed up here. Yeah, he's pretty good. And here I go. I'm going to try this and we'll see. I don't know. No promises. But I'm going to do it. And why won't that stay up? I don't know what the deal is on that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do glue outline around, ooh, not good there. And then what I'm thinking is, and let's see if this does work. We'll try this. See, what I'm thinking is when this dries, and see, it does work. When this dries, I'm just going to be able to peel it right up. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that and get it all outlined for you, and then we will come back and put the paint on. So here we go. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so we're back. And I really think this might have worked. Amazingly enough. Now here's some things that I found. I've made that line, I see it picking up in the camera, I've made that line pretty thick, and then I have went in, because inevitably when you're using a glue gun you're going to get places where you stop and you've got a glob. So all I did was go into the inner part of the circle with my X-Acto knife and rounded out any place that I had a glob, and it just cuts right off and peels out. So you can really make your interior boundary of your glue a nice rounded shape. So I just want to share that I kind of had, you know, that happened, and I tried my X-Acto knife, worked perfect. So that's awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're going to shake this up and put it on here in the center. Oh, that was a nice dollop. And again, this is just that chalkboard paint. I've used this before. I love it. I actually have, hold on one second. Let me grab a paintbrush. I actually have used this before inside of old picture frames. And all you do then is, obviously, paint this inside, and it's probably going to take a couple of coats, especially, you know, this is a slick surface. Painting on to, what is this? Porcelain, I guess is the word you want. You know the texture. I mean, everybody has a dish. You know how it is. So obviously, you know, you're going to want to come in here and get this all painted on. And it looks like that glue is making a wonderful barrier. Love that. And once you do that, you will let it dry and cure. And we'll come in and we'll give it a second coat of paint over the top, and we'll see. That should, hopefully 2 coats will do it, but you just never know. I mean, I may need a third. And then I'll show you what you do after that, after you get the second or the third coat to get everything covered, to give it kind of a little bit of tooth or texture. You need to condition it, and I'll show you how you do that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, get this painted on, let it dry, and hopefully when we come back, I'll have a chalkboard display piece for you, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it upstairs in the living room. So I'll catch you in a second. Bye. Okay, so we got through these steps, and it took about an hour between coats, and I did end up having to do 3 coats, and I lightly sanded between the first one and the second one. I didn't have to do that between the second and third. When I put this down on that first coat, I was a little bit leery because it left a lot of paint marks and open areas that didn't have paint, but the second one just seemed to level off really nice. And then I went over real lightly with the third, and I still have some brush marks, but that doesn't really bother me too much. But if it does, it may be a better idea to use a sponge to put your chalk ink or your chalk paint on. Now, I already tested it, and I've started to pull away on my glue, which you can see, you know, the 2 glue lines here, and it actually is working really good. I have to go slow, and I do put pressure down on the inside with my thumb. And one other thing I've had to do in a couple of spots is take the X-Acto knife and just cut the seal of the paint, especially in thicker areas because it wants to pull the entire thing back. So yeah, that is good. It worked. I'm excited about it. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off around and get that taken care of, and then I'll show you a little conditioning thing, and then I will show you it finished. Alright, so we got the glue, the hot glue that I put around and let dry, pulled up, and I will tell you, your X-Acto knife is your friend. You want to go slow, and it needs to be a sharp blade, and as you're lifting, if you see your paint kind of coming with it, put it back down, cut it on the inside of the glue line with your X-Acto knife, and it'll take care of it. It'll pull it up just fine. Now that I know that, I have a perfect area, and I have a couple of spots that aren't so perfect, but I'm okay with that. And next time around, I want to do this on a silver platter, and now I know, and you guys know without having to try it, how to get it better, even more perfect edge. Not better, but just perfect. Chalk. This is the dustless chalk from, and that doesn't matter. I just am kind of excited about that because I had no clue there was such a thing. So anyway, this is the dustless cloth, or chalk. We'll see how dustless it is when we use it. But it says, and it says right on your packaging that you're going to want to do this, you need to condition. So just lay your piece of chalk down flat and go over and just scribble all over it. And I don't know if you have noticed, but a lot of print ad campaigns lately and things like that have been using the chalkboard look. Even some things came out at CHA. And so this is kind of on trend, and that look of the chalkboard art and things. So it's a way to incorporate it into your house. Now you're going to go through, you're going to wipe that down and then do it again, go all over it again and then wipe it down, and then it will be ready for you to do your artwork, and I will finish that little piece of, I think I'm going to do a spring banner just for my decor right now upstairs, and when that's all complete I'll show you the finished project. So I hope this kind of sparks some ideas. You could do this inside of a picture frame, right on the glass, just paint your chalkboard paint right over that. They even have chalkboard paint that is magnetic. Now, I don't know if you know those antique silver chargers, which I'm going to do this on next. That doesn't have to be a magnetic chalkboard paint because those are magnetic already. So I will have that used as both a chalkboard, and it will also be used as a magnet board. But you can do that if you can find that special chalkboard magnetic paint. I think it just has some metals in it. That's how it becomes magnetic with any surface. So get some ideas going and try to incorporate some chalkboard art into your paper life because it's really on trend right now. Okay, there you go. Completely finished. I have it just sitting on my dining room table right now. But I'm going to put it into our spring home decor somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe on the mantle. I haven't decided yet, or I might do it over on that buffet. But it's totally cute. I mean, you could put menu on there. You could put, you know, notes to each other like soccer practice tonight at 6:30. Whatever. The possibilities are totally endless with something cute like this. And what a great gift. And you can see down there at the bottom, I just got a cheap plate holder from Walmart to set it up on. But you could also hang it with the hanging plate holders. So yeah, little idea for you. Happy spring, everybody.